Eric, how's it going?
Hey, Miss L, how's it going?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Good to be back.
Yeah, a little more spunky this time. All right.
Yeah.
How was this last week for you?
Went pretty well.
Pretty well. Good.
Yeah. No real blowouts or anything.
Yeah.
Or any anxiety problems. I just kind of taken what our sessions have been talking about and just kind of using those strategies to help me whenever I've had like a little anxiety flare up or something.
Oh, awesome. So you've actually used what we've done in here, kind of manipulating your thoughts, controlling your thoughts to manipulate your feelings. You've used that outside of our session.
A little bit, yeah.
Awesome.
Like, to myself, obviously not out loud.
Yeah.
Everyone to hear, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me an example of kind of circumstance that you use that strategy in?
I wasn't doing too well in practice one day, and I was just kind of down and out, and just kind of closed my eyes, and kind of used those visuals that we did that one time, and just thought of my happy place, and kind of calmed me down.
Right.
I started, doing a little better.
Right. Knowing that, the disappointment that you think people are feeling towards you, it's fake. It's not real.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So you've definitely put those strategies to work. I'm really happy to hear that. And it sounds like it's worked well for you. You came in this session a lot more spunky. Last week you were a little bit down and kind of a little bit less energy. So I'm happy to hear that. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, one thing I want to do, since this is our fourth and final session, remember that game that we played at the beginning, that hopes and fears, that truth or dare game? Kind of?
Yep.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right. So basically we follow the same rules of truth or dare. You ask truth or dare, I answer one, you give me a truth or a dare, and we go from there. Okay? So what I want to do is I want to kind of play that same game. Similar questions, kind of make them up as you go. And we're just going to kind of compare our answers now to how we answered them in the first session.
Okay. Let's go.
So I'll go first.
Okay.
Eric, true or hopes or fears?
Fears.
Fears. What are you afraid of today?
I'm afraid of sharks.
Sharks?
I just saw the Shallows movie.
Uh-huh.
And I won't be going in that ocean anytime soon.
All right. So sharks. That, what was it? 4 weeks ago now, I asked you that same question, and you were afraid of never playing football again and afraid of disappointing people. Why do you think that's changed?
Well, I think the sessions have definitely played a big part in it, and I think I've just learned that lots of the anxiety or the fears that I had were in my head, and it wasn't really what was going on around me.
Right.
And just using those concepts that I've learned here and using them in the outside world.
Okay.
I think it's really helped.
Okay. So that's what's so interesting. That I'm so happy to hear that is, having that change and realizing you're kind of in control of your fear, right? Some things, obviously, like the movies and the sharks and those things, those are scary. Yeah. But the fear that's within you and the fear that you think is there is really controllable. It's not there. So you've definitely made progress from session 1 to this 4th session. Awesome. Okay, your turn.
Miss L. Hopes or fears?
I'll go fears.
What were you afraid of when you were a little kid?
The dark. I remember being a little kid, and if I ever left my backpack in my parents' car or anything, I remember if I had to go get it, if it was something I absolutely needed and I had to go get it, I remember sprinting out the door as fast as I could. And I remember yelling threats to the dark, kind of making it where I'm not afraid of you. And I'd run out and I'd grab my backpack and I'd run back in. I was terrified of the dark, and the only reason I would ever go out there is if I absolutely needed it.
You still that way?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Hopes or fears?
I'll go hopes this time.
Hopes. What do you hope to accomplish this summer before your senior year?
I hope to accomplish just being proud of myself, being able to say I worked my tail off in football. I'm still able to do what I wanted, hang out with friends. I want to be able to say I tried my hardest and I've set myself up for success.
Okay.
I would say is my hopes.
Okay. So I know that when we first talked, you were proud of yourself. You knew that you worked hard. You know you're a good athlete. You know that you're going to be successful. And so being proud of yourself, it sounds like the difference between session 1 and session 4 now, that the feeling of being proud is an intrinsic thing. It's not other people. You want other people to be proud of you, but now it sounds like you want to be proud of yourself. You want to know that you've done everything you can, and you care more about impressing and being proud of yourself versus other people kind of controlling the way you feel.
I think that's pretty accurate.
Awesome. Cool. You're right on. Right where I'd hoped you'd be by now. Awesome. Okay. It's your turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopes, fears.
What hopes?
Where do you hope to be in 5 years?
In 5 years, I think you asked me this one in week 1. In 5 years, I hope to be here. I hope to have a comprehensive counseling program where I have an open door policy where everybody feels comfortable. I hope to know all of my students' names, and I want them to all feel comfortable coming in and working with me and kind of having the same type of relationship that you and I have. I think that would be really where I want to be. I want to be very visible on campus, and I want my students to know that I'm here to help them with whatever they need help with.
I think that'd be good for the school.
Yeah.
I mean, you've helped me a lot, so I'm sure.
Awesome.
I'm sure everyone could use a little bit of help.
Great. Awesome. So we're gonna cut the game off there because I feel like comparing my answers from this week versus week 1, just totally exactly what I expected, exactly what I had hoped for. Do you feel the change from week 1 to week 4?
Yeah, I just feel more at ease, just more relaxed.
More relaxed. Awesome. Well, we have a little bit more time. What would you like to work on today?
Kind of. I mean, you've been doing a good job picking it so far. So
Picking it.
I like helping me with the strategies. So any strategies that you might have for me to, help me on this journey of being more self-confident.
Okay.
I think would be awesome.
So I know that week 1 and throughout these few sessions we've been talking about scheduling. We've been talking about all these big changes that are coming up for you going into your senior year. And this is our last session before the summer. So one thing that I did kind of have in the back of my mind of what I wanted to talk to you about was it's prioritization and kind of figuring out, because I mean, up until this point, you haven't really had anything that you had to schedule outside. You haven't had to be on top of college applications and tests and things like that. And I know that you had some anxieties about scheduling coming in. So we did get some of those things worked out, but I do want to work with you on prioritization and kind of I'm a to-do lister. So I like to know, what do I need to do and what are my deadlines and how am I going to accomplish this where I still feel good and where each day your list is kind of being a little bit more broken down. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to tell you when I was your age, actually in my freshman year of college, I remember being told kind of some tips on how to reduce the stress and anxiety of a hefty to-do list. Okay? Mm-hmm. We all have those. You have it right now. And here's one of those things. What is a time limit? If a task falls within a certain time limit, what makes it easy? What if a task takes longer than 5 minutes? Is it hard and it kind of is a little more stressful? If it takes, see where I'm going with that?
Yeah, I would say probably around 20 minutes.
Okay.
For me, because I don't have the longest attention span.
Mm-hmm.
I know if something takes a little longer than 20 minutes, I start to lose focus. And I know my work after that a lot of time probably isn't
kind of goes down.
fast. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my golden number because 20 minutes is a little hefty. If you think about in a day, you have a work day or school day, practice day is between class and work and homework is probably around 8 to 10 hours. Okay.
Okay.
So if we have our day like that, and we'll just come up, we're gonna write Eric's to-do list. Okay. To-do list. Our golden number is 2 minutes. So anything that we're going to put on this to-do list, if it's going to take you 2 minutes or less, we're just going to do it right away. It doesn't even really belong on our list. Okay. So what are some things that you're going to have to do today to that you think I need to go do this? Maybe you need to go grab a book out of your locker. Maybe
Is this today or like any day?
just kind of what you have on your mind right now. So what are some things that you have on your mind?
I got football practice.
So we have football practice, and that one's going to be a long time. Obviously, that's not a 2-minute task, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I gotta go pick up one of my buddies to take to football practice.
Okay, so you're going to have to do that. Pick up. And, okay. So that's going to take a little bit longer. So we're going to have to figure out, obviously, and these have a time limit, right? Practice is from 3:30 to 6, right? And so we're going to have to do this between 3 to 3:30 probably, right?
Yep.
So no matter what, those things are set in stone. Okay? So everything else we're going to have to do, we're going to have to work around it. I know.
I have to get gas.
Get gas. Okay. So would you say gas takes less than 2 minutes? Something you know you're going to have to do. So gas goes here.
It might take. It could take longer depending on how much I need.
Right. So all of these little things, I know earlier you were mentioning for the end of the year field trip for the juniors, your permission slips in your locker. Okay. So running to your locker to go grab that permission slip. Permission slip. Okay. I'm going to put that on the to-do list. But really, that shouldn't be stressful, right? We're just already breaking this thing down. This thing's less than 2 minutes. You just run over and grab it, right? So all of these little things, maybe you need to...
Put on my cleats.
Well, those are kind of just things that go along with this. But
Okay.
little tasks that you have to do. Maybe you have to go drop off homework, okay? Less than 2 minutes. Anything that takes less than 2 minutes really shouldn't, you can't tell someone not to feel something, but really shouldn't be stressful. Because if it takes less than 2 minutes, it's not even, it's out of mind, right?
Yep.
Okay? So you're going to go drop off your homework, you're going to go grab your permission slip, and all of those things kind of take you in the same route. But the point here is that when you're looking at your list in the grand scheme of things, little things that are going to take you, I know for me, cleaning. If I have something that I need to clean and put away, if it's going to take me less than 2 minutes to do it, I'll do it rather than leaving it there and letting my to-do list pile up. Okay.
My mom still does some of my cleaning.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So you lucked out on that one then.
Yeah.
All
Perks
right.
of being a kid.
Yeah. So anyway, with this to-do list, there's going to be some things that are concrete. Okay. Those are things that you're going to want to add into your calendar versus just being on your to-do list. Okay. But one thing that I do want to show you, and I know when you came in here last time, what do you think? We already did this, but registering for the SAT. Okay. How long do you think it's really going to take you to do that? You guys are all tech savvy. Click, click, registered, right?
Quick.
Right?
Less than 5 minutes.
So, yeah. So, less than 5 minutes. And you even said 20 minutes was your time. So, you know that this is something in the back of your mind, registering for the SATs. You're stressed about it. It's giving you this anxiety. Oh, man, I have to register. It's in the back of your mind, right? If this task takes less than 5 minutes, hop on your computer. You could even probably do it from your phone. Accomplish that goal. Cross it off. And you're done, right? Knowing that that's a concrete thing now, knowing that SAT on Saturday is concrete, that's a little bit less stressful, right?
Yep.
Okay. So basically the point here is that if you have something that's concrete, it's there, it's in your schedule, you put it on your calendar, you put it in the agenda that we gave you guys, you work around that, and then as far as your to-do list goes, anything under your golden time frame of 5 minutes, accomplish it right then and there, so that you don't have this overwhelming weight on your shoulders of this huge to-do list, right? And I know that the SATs and these big, going into your senior year college prep items were weighing on you heavily. But when you look at it like this, how does this simplify things for you?
Just being able to see it on paper and knowing I can just knock these out quick instead of putting them off would definitely just, alleviate some of that pressure, some of that anxiety of going, oh crap, I need to do it.
Right.
So if I just spent, rather than go sitting on the couch for 20 minutes while I wait to leave for football, if I just knocked out those few things, that time spent better, and I still probably would have about 5 minutes to lay around and relax.
Right. And then you go to practice and you don't have that in the back of your mind. You kind of give yourself a pat on the back. You feel accomplished from that, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we're kind of wrapping things up. I feel like your growth in these last 4 sessions has just been phenomenal. Your energy, I can tell you seem a lot less stressed. How have these last 4 sessions helped you?
They just taught me, number one, taught me that I just sometimes need to relax and breathe and just, calm myself down. They've also taught me just a few strategies on how to calm down. And that, I guess, third, maybe most importantly, that everything's not always so serious as it may seem to me at the moment.
Right.
That there's always a way to fix things, or there's always something that you can try to do to help yourself out.
Yeah, there's always a solution that you can come up with.
Yep.
And if you can't come up with it on your own, you can always come and I can try to help you out, your parents and your coaches. And a lot of times it's really just pausing and taking in all the information and really...
I think that's a big thing, is not internalizing it, but asking for help or talking to someone about it. There's also been another way.
Exactly.
That's helped me.
Yeah, awesome. Well, what do you think? What do you think we could have done in these last 4 sessions that would have helped you out a little bit more? Is there anything that you think we might still need to address, or?
I think you've helped me out a lot. I really think that these have been good. I think there's not much more that could have been done. I think as long as I come, maybe not as frequently, but still come and talk to you, that it can only be beneficial to me.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, going into summer, you are going to have some big changes next year. You're going to be the top dog on campus. You're going to be looking into colleges, things like that. I'm really going to be working with especially my seniors next year and helping them be completely prepared. I know we already have you registered for the SATs and the ACTs, and we're already kind of looking at financial situations going into college. Really, this summer is going to be about working on football, making sure that your academics, you're kind of don't just go to sleep on academics over the summer. I know it's kind of hard, but really studying for those tests coming up and preparing for your senior year. I know you have a couple AP classes on your schedule next year, and just really being safe this summer. Okay, that's going to be a big deal. I know there's been a lot of kind of crazy situations going on with seniors in the last couple years, so just being safe and kind of keeping your eyes on the prize. And then next year when you come in, we'll start applying for colleges and really getting you where you need to be and set up to move forward. Okay. And I want you to remember, I know we've spent 4 sessions together, and you've had a lot of progress, but I want you to know that this door is always open, and I'm always willing to be here with my door open to help you out. Okay. So next summer, or shoot me an email over the summer next school year, come on in. And if you feel like you need to come in before we do our senior academic advising session, feel free to, okay?
Awesome.
All right, Eric, and I think that concludes everything that I have for you here today. Any other questions?
I think that's it. Thanks for all the help.
All righty. Well, have a good summer. I'll see you next year, okay?
You too. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.